It didn't look like the best view, but it was kind of fun to see the planes taking off as we sat there at San Juan at the cruise terminal. But rather than take off, we were about to get off, a cruise ship. I'm the NYC Traveler, and we're in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It was a hazy Christmas day. We were on day 5 of a 13-day Caribbean cruise from New York, and this was our second port. We decided, because we had been to Puerto Rico before, and because we spoke some Spanish, that we would do our own excursion, and we looked up a beach and disembarked. Rather than calling for a car service, we decided to take one of the cabs that was sitting right there to take us to one of the public beaches in San Juan. It was going to be the Balneario del Escambron beach, La Playa. Since we had been to San Juan before and we had been to Old San Juan already, we decided to go into the city and see if anything had changed since the last time we had been there. So we went to the beach. Took a cab, but if you have a car, be aware that you may have a parking fee. Although the beach is public and free, parking is not. We wanted to snorkel, so we decided to walk down the road toward the snorkeling area, which was actually called Escambron Marine Park. The word escambron in Espanol actually means a thorny type of shrub. We didn't quite see that many shrubs as we were walking along the way, but we saw a lot of palm trees and we saw beautiful views. The park is off Calle San Agustin Street, so the city is right there. The signs were a bit obscure, but we finally determined if you had your own snorkeling gear, you did not have to pay to snorkel at the marine park. It too was a public area. So we found a safe spot to put our things down. We each went independently in the water so that we could watch our gear, and we snorkeled. If you didn't have equipment or if you didn't know how to snorkel, there were classes that you could purchase. Oh, and one more thing. The amenities or the facilities that were at the front of the beach when we first entered, they might have been open, they might not have been because it was Christmas Day. The ones that were near us looked like they were closed permanently, and there were no restrooms or changing rooms at Marine Park. We decided that we wanted to see just a teeny bit of the city. A little bit more on that later. Meanwhile, we did look at the fort. They're trying to restore it. And of course, as many Caribbean islands were, there were forts there back in the day. It was definitely worth going up the incline. Although there wasn't much there of artifacts, the view couldn't beat it. We had walked along that path that led to Marine Park, so we decided to try to walk as closely to the shore as we could so that we could walk along the beach. There was a path, and it did lead actually to the beach. We had mostly dried off from being in the water as we walked along back toward the main area, so we decided to go see a little bit more of San Juan. Parque Luis Muñoz Rivera was nearby, so we wanted to take a look at that. It made sense to go out toward the street anyway because there were no rideshare cars available and we might have been able to catch one from a different location. Well, we did walk for a bit through the park, but there you see a slightly blue sky. There you see a little clouds through the leaves, and then if you keep looking, after a while, the sky got a little darker and darker until finally, definitely, because it is the Caribbean, it began to rain. If you are a seasoned traveler and someone used to urban places, then this area and this self-excursion can be for you. This is a public area. It is used a lot by the locals. You need your street smarts, but it wasn't dangerous. The beach was fairly clean and it was safe at the time. Everybody was just having a good time because it was a holiday. Since we went to Marine Park, we did not check to see if there was an amenity open for renting beach chairs, but it seemed that everybody was local and they had brought their own stuff anyway. And also, since it was Christmas Day, we decided getting back to the ship wasn't such a bad thing anyway. We could change, have a nice dinner, catch the Christmas show, and we got a gorgeous view when we left San Juan later that evening. I'm the NYC Traveler, and we did a self-guided tour in San Juan, Puerto Rico.